Hey English learners, welcome back. I am Ananya. Have you ever looked back at something and thought, I may have made a mistake or I must have left my phone at home? Now, these little phrases sound simple, but they show how sure or unsure you are about the past. In today's lesson, let's understand the real difference between may have, might have, and must have. These all are modal verbs of the past. Come on, let's get started. Let me tell you a quick story. The other day, I walked into the living room and saw my dog Simba. On the center table, there was an empty tub of vanilla ice cream. My mom looked at me and said, Simba may have eaten it. I replied, Simba might have eaten it. I'm not sure. Then my dad walked in and looked at Simba and said, Simba must have eaten it. Just look at the ice cream on his lower lip. Wait, what's the difference in these sentences? They all look and sound similar, right? Yes, they are similar, but not exactly the same. Each sentence shows a different level of certainty. See, may have means there's a 50% chance that Simba ate it. Might have means less than 50% certainty. You are like doubtful. And must have means you're almost sure, more than 50% certain that Simba ate the whole tub. Because the evidence is seen, there's ice cream on his lip. But still, you're not 100% sure. So while all these sentences talk about possibility or certainty in the past, the level of certainty is different. You are never 100% sure. But each phrase shows how confident you are. So in this lesson, you will learn 3 advanced modal verbs: may have, might have, and must have. You might think it's pretty easy to use these modal verbs, but it's important when and in which situations do we use the correct modal verb. So I'm going to take you through a lot of examples so that you can use them confidently in your English conversations. And remember, these are past modal verbs and they are used only and only to talk about possibility and probability in the past. So come on, let's get started. First, let's start with may have. Now, this structure is used when something was possible in the past, but we are not sure about it. It talks about how certain something was, but it only shows a 50% chance. It means whatever you are guessing is only 50% correct. The structure looks something like this. First, we start with a subject, then the structure may have, followed by a past participle verb. This is very important. We always use the verb in the third form. Now, let's understand when do we use may have. First, we use may have to show a possibility in the past. This means when something possibly happened, but we don't know for sure. Example, she may have gone to the library. I'm not sure, but it is possible. He may have forgotten his keys. I think that's why he hasn't come back. He may have forgotten his keys. We may have taken the wrong road. Now, this could be why we are lost. So it's a possibility, but the chances are 50%. Next, we use may have to express a doubt or uncertainty about a past action. This means you think something might have happened, but you're not sure. It's a polite and indirect way to talk about it. Let's look at some examples. You may have sent the email to the wrong address. It's like, no, I'm not blaming you. I'm just suggesting. Isn't it a polite way to say that, you send it to the wrong address instead of saying, no, you send it to the wrong email address. She may have misunderstood your message. So what are you trying to do? You're trying to give someone a benefit of doubt. He may have said something that upset her. Like, I'm not sure he really said that, but I'm just guessing. The third use of may have is to offer a possible explanation to something. It's like using a logic or clues to suggest something could explain a situation or why something happened. For example, he is not at home. He may have gone out for groceries. Well, I'm not sure that he has gone out to get groceries, but I'm just offering a possible explanation. The lights are off. They may have left early. My phone isn't here. I may have dropped it in the car. In all these sentences, you are offering a possible explanation why something happened. I hope now you have a fair idea of how to use may have. Now let's look at might have. Now, may have and might have are very similar in meaning, but they have a slight difference in certainty, tone, and formality. Take a look at all these sentences on your screen. In all these sentences, we can use might have instead of may have. May have and might have are often interchangeable in meaning. See, may have means slightly more certain, there's a higher possibility. But when you use might have, it is slightly less certain, which means lower possibility. It's like less than 50% possibility. Take a look at these examples. He may have gone to the gym. You think it's quite likely. It means you think there are 50% chances that he's gone to the gym. But when you say he might have gone to the gym, you think it's possible, but you're not too sure. It means the possibility is less than 50%. But in real conversation, the difference is very small. And most advanced speakers use them interchangeably. It will actually not make a difference when you speak, but it will make a huge difference when you write. The second difference between may have and might have is the formality. See, may have sounds a bit more formal. May have is often used in formal writing or polite speech, whereas might have is more common in everyday spoken English. For example, in a formal email, you may say, "We may have missed your message." Or in a casual talk, you might say, "I might have missed your message." "I may have left my phone at your place." "I might have left my phone at your place." Right? So in casual talk, we generally use might have, whereas in formal writing, we use may have. Now, let's look at the negative form. Now, both may have and might have take not after may or might, right? So you basically place the not between the modal verb and have. For example, she may not have seen the email, or he might not have known the answer. The meaning is almost the same. It shows uncertainty in the negative. I hope you got a fair idea of how to use might have and understood the difference between may have and might have. Now, let's look at the third modal verb, which is must have. Now, we use this when you're sure or almost sure that something happened in the past. It is used to make a logical guess or to draw a strong conclusion about something that, something happened in the past. It's like, you're not 100% sure, but the evidence or the proof or the situation, it's strongly suggesting that something happened. It shows a very high level of certainty. It's like you're not 100% sure that something happened, but the evidence or situation strongly suggests that something happened. See, if we compare may have, might have, and must have has higher level of certainty based on what you see or based on the situation. Now, the structure looks something like this. We use subject plus must have plus the past participle. Now, let's understand when do we actually use it. The first use of must have is to show a strong belief about a past event. It's like you're making a confident guess based on the facts, logic, or the clues available. For example, the lights are off. They must have gone to bed. Because you can see there is no light from the window. You could see it's dark. So possibly you're guessing that they must have gone to bed. It's not like 100% sure, but there are higher chances they have gone to bed. Her eyes are red, she must have been crying. Again, you're just trying to make a guess, which is more than 50%. Again, you're not sure that she was crying, but there are higher chances. He's not answering, he must have left his phone at home. You must have studied hard, you scored full marks. Now, in all these sentences, we're just drawing a conclusion based on the evidence available or the facts available. But we are not 100% sure. But there are higher chances, more than 50% chances. Now, the second use of must have is to make an educated guess. It's like, giving a smart guess about the past. Take a look at these examples. She's late, she must have missed the bus. I can't find my keys, I must have dropped them somewhere. He knows the answer, he must have read the chapter. The door was open, someone must have come in. So in all these sentences, you're trying to make an educated guess, a smart guess that this might have happened. The third use of must have is to show realization or discovery. Now, sometimes we use this when we suddenly realize what might have happened or what probably happened. For example, oh, I must have clicked the wrong button. I must have left the stove on. He must have taken the wrong turn. So in all these sentences, we're just trying to make a realization or trying to guess what exactly might have happened that caused the present result. Now here's a common mistake what people make when they use must for obligation. Take a look at the first sentence. You must finish your homework. It's an obligation in the present. But if you say you must have finished your homework is wrong. We do not use have in the present. The correct sentence would be you must have finished your homework already. Now, this is a correct past conclusion. So a lot of people make this mistake when they say must have finished. They use the verb followed by have in the first form. Alright, now it's time to test how much you've learned from this lesson. It's quiz time. You have 5 sentences on your screen with blanks, and there are 3 options to choose from: may have, might have, and must have. You have to pick the correct option and fill the blanks. You can pause the video or take a screenshot and write your answers in the comments. That's all for today. Today we looked at 3 important modal verbs which are often confused while writing or speaking English. I'm sure now you know exactly how to use these modal verbs of the past, especially when talking about certainty or possible guesses. If you like this lesson, hit like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'm going to see you in the next part of the series. Until then, keep learning and keep practicing English. Bye for now.